Hello, I'm Antonio Mora. This is the News and News.com Day in Brief on Thursday, February 7th at about 7:30 p.m. President Trump is reportedly furious about the growing list of investigations he's facing now that Democrats control the House. He tweeted, quote, "The Dems and their committees are going nuts," and that Republicans never did this to President Obama. In a contentious House Ways and Means Committee hearing, lawmakers discussed proposals to force presidential candidates to release their tax returns and fought about a possible request for Trump's returns. Republicans accused the Democrats of trying to weaponize the tax laws to go after the president. Trump should just release his tax returns once and for all. The so-called Green New Deal was unveiled on Capitol Hill this afternoon by Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Edward Markey. To say it's ambitious is a huge understatement. In their own words, it would involve a, quote, national, social, industrial, and economic mobilization on a scale not seen since World War II. It pretty much calls for nothing less than a total transformation of the American way of life, including quickly getting rid of fossil fuels, guaranteeing economic security for everyone, even those unwilling to work, and national health care coverage. The sky-high goals aim for net zero emissions in 10 years, upgrading or replacing every building in the country, and totally overhauling transportation with an intent to sharply reduce air travel. An initial fact page said they recognized they, quote, couldn't fully get rid of farting cows and airplanes in 10 years. Republicans have already condemned it as a socialist manifesto, and even Speaker Pelosi referred to it as a green dream. Virginia's tourism and travel slogan is "Virginia is for lovers." Amid stunning scandals surrounding the Commonwealth's top elected officials, the New York Post's cover has twisted that into "Virginia is for losers." The Post is right, at least when it comes to the state leaders. The governor and attorney general wore blackface. The governor posted a picture on his medical school yearbook page of a man in blackface and another in a KKK outfit, and the lieutenant governor is accused of sexual assault. Lieutenant Governor Fairfax's accuser, Professor Vanessa Tyson, went public on Wednesday, and it looks like we'll see a repeat of the Kavanaugh-Ford clash. Fairfax has hired Kavanaugh's attorneys, Tyson has hired Ford's. President Trump couldn't resist, tweeting that Democrats are killing the great state of Virginia. Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker said he will not testify before the House Judiciary Committee on Friday unless he gets written assurance that he will not be served with a subpoena. One was authorized on Thursday. The chairman of the committee says it would only be used if Whitaker doesn't answer questions. The Justice Department accused Democrats of trying to create a public spectacle and ask questions about confidential presidential communications that no attorney general would answer. The Senate Judiciary Committee endorsed the nomination of William Barr for Attorney General, but the party line vote is further proof that there is little hope for any kind of bipartisanship in Washington. Barr was unanimously approved by the Senate the first time he was nominated to be Attorney General under Bush 41. The bipartisan House-Senate panel that is negotiating a deal to avoid another government shutdown is reportedly closer to a deal. The Democrats are apparently offering money for border barriers of some sort. They're aiming to unveil a deal by Monday. Speaker Pelosi claims there will be no new shutdown, predicting it's too controversial for Republicans to go down that road again. But she is still insisting there will be no money for a wall. With Trump dug in demanding funding, somebody's going to have to give, or we may see an emergency declaration from the White House. Jeff Bezos is accusing the National Enquirer of blackmailing him by threatening to release embarrassing pictures of the Amazon and Washington Post's owner. Bezos and the tabloid have been at war since the Enquirer revealed an alleged extramarital affair. A United Nations inquiry into the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi found that evidence pointed to a brutal crime, quote, planned and perpetrated by Saudi officials. The New York Times is reporting that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman told an aide he would use a bullet on Khashoggi a year before the killing. The major U.S. stock indexes all dropped about 1% after Trump said he would not meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping before the March 2nd deadline to reach a trade deal. U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin are heading to China next week. Gucci is apologizing for a black balaclava sweater that clearly looks like blackface caricatures of the past. It boggles the mind to think that nobody sounded the alarm over that sweater at such a large corporation. In our daily alternate universes segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media was very obvious this morning, as those on the right chose to focus on the Virginia scandals that affect Democrats, while the liberal side focused on the new House investigations and Trump's reaction to them. Finally, one of baseball's greatest trailblazers, Frank Robinson, has died. He was 83. One of the best players in the national pastimes history, Robinson was one of only 3 to win the Triple Crown in the last 60 years. A 14-time All-Star, the Hall of Famer is the only player to win the MVP award in both major leagues. He's 10th on the home run list, but some of those ahead of him were tainted by steroids. In 1975, he became the first ever African-American manager. It was thrilling to watch him play. Thanks for the memories. We have all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you'll find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video. Please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, and follow me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I'll see you again tomorrow.